Hello, welcome to my humble homestead and fireside chat. So today I'm just going to go over a little bit of meal prep, some food prep stuff that I've done and am doing. Yes, so here I a lot of times will make my bone broth in my crock pot, and I have it just sit for days and days. And when I get down to the bottom of the bone broth, after I usually take my vegetables. I have another video on how I make my bone broth. And I wrap it in the cheesecloth, my vegetable ends. When I chop off my vegetables, I usually just keep like the ends of the onions, celery ends. There's onion skins and ends. Trying to see if I have some carrots. I don't think I have any carrots in here right now, but I just chop off like the carrot ends and stuff, and I keep them in a bag, and I just throw them in my freezer. So that way, I'll just wrap these up in a piece of cheesecloth, tie it up, throw it in my pot, and I use that for my bone broth. Then I put my garlic, my peppercorns, things like that. So the bottom of it can be a little bit, kind of spicy. So you drink it, cup it every day till I get to the bottom. So what do I do with that last maybe couple cups of bone broth in the end? I use it for my meal prepping. And so here's what I do. This is one super easy meal that I really like. And so this is one meal that I really like that's super easy. Throw it in the morning, early in the day, done at dinner time, easy peasy. For me, I'm one person, makes a whole lot extra. Then I'm just going to food storage these in the freezer, and I will have extra meals for me at a later date. So all I do, because I have the extra seasonings at the bottom, I just take any kind of chicken that I have. So for me, when I make a whole chicken, because I buy my chickens whole, I a lot of times will just take the chicken meat apart, use the bones for the bone broth. So I'll just have the extra chicken meat. I'll either freeze it or have it in a bag, something like that. I also had some chicken thighs. So for this time, I just use the chicken thighs. But before that, what I do is I just put some rice in here. I buy this big bag of the organic rice at Costco. And what I do is I just fill my little containers, and I store that in my pantry, and then I'm just using this up for my recipes that I'm going to use. And I just put a couple cups of rice in here. Sometimes if I have extra broth that I want to use up, I'll put even 4 cups of rice, which is kind of what I did here. Then I put my chicken thighs. I did not debone them yet. I'm going to actually debone them now. I have some gloves. I'm going to debone them. And then I just add, if I want any, I put some fresh herbs in there. If you want to put any seasoning, you can. Put it on high. I put on high for a couple hours. Then I turn it on low. And then if you're not going to be home, if you just want to put it right on low right away, you can just do that and let it cook all day long. And then here is my finished product. I have chicken and rice, and I'm just going to debone it, and then you mix it up. I have a salad with it. You can have some vegetables. I'm going to make some beets, some gold beets. So you can have whatever you want as a side dish. Super easy, delicious. I love it. Great brown rice, chicken, and then whatever veggies you want. So that is one that I'm going to do. So then I'm going to just take the bones out, mix it up. I'm going to make, this will be about 3 servings, and I'm going to freeze them. And then I'll have another one for dinner. Another way that you can preserve it is you can preserve it in these little bags. I was just showing you how I save it too if I want to freeze stuff. These are just some turkey meatballs that I made ahead of time. So I can use these for anything. I can use them if I want to make spaghetti, or I can just have like a meatball dish. So yeah, so this is another way I preserve. So, but otherwise I just use this. These, they suction the air right out. So they're also airtight. So that is what I'm gonna do. And then now, this is how I make beets. Super easy. So I just chop the ends off. I usually don't even chop that much off because I don't like to see the yellow. So I usually just chop the ends down to here and then wash them up really good. And then I put these in the Instant Pot with the skin on, because then what happens is once they're steamed in the Instant Pot, I just put like a cup of water in here and then I stick them in there about 15 minutes. Then when they're done, I just cool them off. I run them under cold water in the pot. I literally can hand peel them off like that. Then they are, these golden beets, oh my goodness, they're delicious. My mom doesn't even like beets and she loves these. Then I'm gonna put this, all the extra little stuff. I put them in the compost. I have my little instant garden compost going in the house today that I'm gonna put out in the garden as soon as I can. It's not raining yet, but we are looking like more rain. So yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do for the beets. So I'm just going to cut this little funky stuff off here and do that. Then green peppers, I'm just going to cut these up. They're starting to get a little soft. I got them from Misfits, so they have a couple little bruises in them because Misfits, as you know, you get a great organic produce at a discounted price because they might have a little blemishes. So I'm going to chop these up and then I'm just going to dehydrate these because I'm out of peppers that are dehydrated for my meals in jars. So then the final thing that I'm going to do is I made some homemade cream of mushroom soup. I had gotten some lovely portobello mushrooms and some white button mushrooms from Misfits. And I made, in my Instant Pot, I had made some homemade cream of mushroom soup. So they have lots of recipes on the internet. So I just grabbed one of those. I made it. I do use, this is not dairy free. So if you're looking for a dairy free one, you could find that as well. So I used cream and almond milk and the garlic and the mushrooms. It was super easy. I mean, I just pretty much sauteed onions and everything in there, poured it, did that, and then I used my little immersion blender. So what I'm going to do is once I get this cleaned out, then I have a big pork chop here from my meat that I ordered. So I'm going to put this in here, put the rice. I'm going to put my rice in here and then the cream of mushroom soup over it. Not all of it, probably half of it. And then I'm going to just let that cook. And that will be another meal that I will do and prep. Same thing. I will cook and freeze, and then I will have several meals set aside for days that I just don't feel like cooking. And all I have to do is add a vegetable to it. So that is how I meal prep for now. And then these beets, I just love them. I actually cook them up. Then I just put them in a container in the fridge. Add a little bit of butter, salt and pepper. They are so good. I have some red ones in there too. I bought a whole bunch because my mom likes to take the beet tops and make her healthy smoothies, which are really good. I kind of got away from doing that, but I should do that too. So I bought a whole bunch of beets so she could have all the beet tops for them. And I'm planting beets this year. So we'll see how that goes as well. So yes, so that is how I'm going to meal prep. I will show you everything when it's done. I'll show you this when it's packaged, this when it's cooked, and the beets when it's done. I will show you and how I peel them. But I just wanted to kind of do a little cooking demonstration on how I actually meal prep. I know a lot of you are asking, well, how do you meal prep? So these are just some things that I was going to make. So I just wanted to show you a quick little video. I do a lot of different things. Like I did these turkey meatballs. So I'll just add to it. But if you do like my videos, I really do appreciate that you like them, give them a thumbs up, and that you share with other people too. You know, I like to help other people get my little name out there, and then subscribe. So I really appreciate that. And if you have other things that you want me to talk about, like this is my homemade wine. I know I have pretty bottles. I ordered some actual bottles that have screw tops on them because this one's a little fizzy, so I can't put the cork in it yet. So this is one of my homemade wines. I showed a video on that. I am trying, I did find some organic juice. So I'm trying to make it, it's pineapple, coconut, and tangerine. And now that sounds amazing. And I know that a lot of them I will use for my tinctures, or I think they're called more elixirs when they're used with wine. So I'm going to use those. And I just ordered some fruit trees. I'm super, super, super excited about that. So when I get those, I will go over planting them. And in about 4 years, we'll have fruit. But hey, got to get them in now so we'll get fruit. And I ordered, let's see, honey crisp apple, pawpaw fruit, which I'm so excited about. Pawpaw, that's something we'll go over when I get it. Google it, you guys. It's a tropical fruit that we can grow in the cold areas. So excited. I ordered some elderberry. They are so awesome to grow around here, and we can spread them out, you know, propagate them quickly. And they have so many health benefits. So as I get those, I'm going to go over, this is another thing, what I have the elderberry and then the hyssop. And I made some elderberry hyssop tea. So I actually made this elderberry and this hyssop tea. So many health benefits to it. You can make it and keep it hot. It was actually really nice today, and I have been working out in the garden. So I've been thirsty. So I've been actually having it as iced tea. I like it plain, not sweetened, but you can add a little honey to it, or, you know, monk sweetener, whatever you like. But it's delicious, and look at how beautiful it is. So yeah, so these are all the little fun things that I'm doing. I have my little tea things in here, but you can actually just put the berries in and strain them out and do it that way as well. But I'll show you my little, I left them in extra long because I like the taste of it. But they actually hang with these hooks, but they always fall in. I have these little tea things, and I just put the herbs right in there. Let's see if I can show them without making a mess here. Oh, goodness. Okay. So I have these little tea things. Put your little tea leaves or your herbs or whatever, and then they do hang. Mine always tend to fall in, so, you know. But they can hang right on there, like that. And then you can make whatever flavors of tea you want. But I had the elderberry and but I did have these flowers and the elderberries, and they have such great health benefits to them. So anyway, I am on my lunch hour, so I want to get this stuff done, and I will show you as I go through the process. All right, thanks so much. And we'll see you soon. Don't forget to like and share. Subscribe. Thanks.